Hi, this is Mona at Cupcakes Creations. Frequent visitors to my blog will definitely recognize this card with this gorgeous tissue paper flower on it. It has generated many requests for a video tutorial on how I made that tissue paper flower. So you may also know that recently I was invited to be a design team member on the Just Us Girls Challenge design team. I'm totally honored and excited to be a part of this team alongside these amazingly talented paper crafting girls. So one of the co-managers, Pam, suggested I incorporate this video tutorial with this week's 3D challenge over at the Just Us Girls Challenge site. So by the end of this video, you too will see exactly how simple it is to create this gorgeous and stunning paper tissue flower. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So let's get started. These are the supplies you will need to make your paper tissue flower. Spellbinders Nestabilities Blossom dies, Rich Razzleberry Stampin' Up! Ink I chose to use, but certainly you can use whatever color and ink of your choice, your brayer, a piece of tissue paper, and a workspace because this is kind of messy, and your die cutting machine. So you start by inking up your brayer with your ink of your choice, and be generous with your ink and just go every which way randomly and get good coverage all over your piece of tissue paper. So this takes a few minutes, and after your tissue paper is all covered with ink, it can be a little damp. So give it a few seconds to dry, but it doesn't usually take more than that. So you get the idea. And you can use any other die cuts that you prefer, but I like the Spellbinders Nestabilities because the variety of the sizes of the dies. But Sizzix dies will work, Cuttlebug will work. With my experience using some punches, it has ripped the tissue paper, but give it a try, you might have better luck. So once you get your tissue paper inked up, it should look like this. And not one of these flowers are the same. After you get your tissue paper full of ink, you cut it into squares to fit the various size dies, and you make a little stack of about 8 to 10 pieces of paper and run it through your die cut machine. After you have your layers cut, you give them a little crinkle here and separate them because they get a little squished as they run through that die cut machine. And you're going to layer them on top of each other and kind of separate them, because don't be afraid. It gives them a little bit dimension. And once you have them placed together like that, you poke a hole in the center. And you can either place a brad, or you could fasten down the button like I've done on my one card. Now you just have to work that brad through the center. Sometimes it gets a little tough to go through there. So once you have your brad placed in there, you kind of put your flower down, and don't be afraid, it won't rip unless you're really hard with it, and you fluff up your flower like so. And there you have your gorgeous flower. Now that you see how simple yet stunning this flower is to create, take your 3D project with your 3D flower on it and head on over to the Just Us Girls Challenge site and enter it in this week's 3D challenge. You never know, maybe you will become Chick of the Week. So good luck, and I hope to see your creations there. I'll be watching for them.